ॐ भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us pray together. It should sound like we are praying together, you know. So recite loudly. Otherwise, no, recite loudly. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all, thou assumest all forms, thou art the origin and goal of all, thou art the self of all, thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Today there will be an opening song by Raji about Buddha, the greatness that Buddha exhibited. It is a Sanskrit song, but there you will see also the translation.
न ब्रह्मलोके न च देवलोके न यक्षगन्धर्व मनुष्यलोके लोकस्य जातिजरापनेता नान्योऽस्ति तत्तो हि मनुष्यचन्द्र वन्दितस्त्वं सुरैः सेन्द्रैः ऋषिभिश्चापि पूजितः वैद्यः सर्वस्य लोकस्य वन्देऽहमपि त्वां विभो लोके क्लेशाग्निसन्तप्ते प्रादुर्भूतो महाहृदः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः अज्ञानतिमिरे लोके प्रादुर्भूत प्रदीपकः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः शोकसागरकान्तारे ज्ञानश्रेष्ठस्वरूपकः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः क्लेशबन्धनबद्धानां प्रादुर्भूत प्रमोचकः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः जराव्याधिकिल्बिषाणां प्रादुर्भूतो भिषग्वरः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः नमोऽस्तु बोधिसत्त्वाय सम्बुद्धाय नमो नमः
So, dear friends, okay, yes, thank you, Raji. Yeah. Let us begin today's discussion on the great central theme of Buddha's teachings, the middle path, by first saluting the Buddha with these three salutations. Please repeat. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. I take refuge in the enlightened one. I take refuge in his teachings. I take refuge in his tradition that brings the teachings to us. Dear friends, on 12th, last Monday, we had the birthday of Buddha according to the Indian tradition, that is the full moon day of this time, this month, and it is actually considered thrice blessed day because it was the birthday of Buddha and then birthday of the real Buddha. Means Buddha, it was when was born, he was not called Buddha, he was Siddhartha, the son of a small king, Shuddhodana. So it is, but then he got that enlightenment. So it was a second reason that it happened on the same full moon day. Then he gave up his body also on the same full moon day. So this particular full moon day is called thrice blessed day. And his enlightenment opened the door for the enlightenment of the whole world. It is this personality of this type. And not only that person gets enlightened, but it shows all of us the path to get to that stage by living in that manner. It is Buddha's teachings were very scientific and rational. But please don't confuse, friends. They were scientific and rational, but were not confined by rationality. They transcended rationality. But as long as rationality can go, they were rational. So it is very important to see this, that by the word religion, otherwise it is a whole host of various beliefs. They come into picture. These beliefs are varied, and there is people do so many things according to those ideas which do not have any rational. So that should be avoided completely. But at the same time, one should not get confined by the rationality because it is a very limited thing. The rational view of the world is very truncated, very small, and there is tremendous vastness beyond that. So, Buddha taught that let us be rational to begin with. Becoming irrational doesn't mean we become religious. One should practice rationality in life. And I have to make a point here that those who call themselves rationals, they are actually in their practice, they are not so. Their rationality is limited only to the extent that it helps them to procure more and more physical enjoyment. One simple conclusion that any rational being can easily draw is that I am not this body. It is very rational conclusion that one can easily arrive that. But how many of those who call themselves rational, scientific, and so forth can accept this conclusion, let alone living by it, but at least Can they accept this as intellectually tenable conclusion? They don't accept this. They by this very irrational foundation, on this very irrational foundation that I am a heap of this flesh, bones, blood, etc., then the edifice of so-called rationality is kind of built up. So therefore, Buddha is not rationalist of such foolish type. He is very rational, but also understands the limitations of rationality. So, this particular topic that we took up today, this is that of practicality. There hardly anyone breathed who was so practical in preaching religion. Do not go to have belief in this particular theory and that particular deity. No, think rationally. Important thing, think rationally, and then follow the path that is shown to you through your rational analysis and understanding, and have the daring to go beyond rationality when one comes to that level. So, his teachings, as they appeared, we have very little time. So, it is as they appear to us, we will be discussing only that his teachings, that after his realization of Bodhihood, he became enlightened one and then went out to preach. That preaching has these four noble truths. The whole teaching can be in a nutshell told as the four noble truths. The first noble truth is that of the suffering. Everything is suffering. Right from birth to death, everybody in the world suffers. There is no escape seems to be there from suffering. Many people try to get rid of suffering by various different so-called means, but they work hard. Nobody is saying that I want more suffering. But the efforts they put in to get rid of the suffering, they actually do not become successful. In fact, in many cases, they land them in more suffering. It is so suffering, the truth of suffering, that it is everywhere. That is to be acknowledged, that there is suffering. Birth is suffering, getting old is suffering, and well, we cannot prevent getting old. Many think that, well, let us stop getting old. That is not in our hands. One of my friends, he was a pastor in a nearby wonderful church. So he had come here many times, even when he was a pastor, and after he took retirement from that, still he has come many times. And last time when he came, he told me, "Swami, let me tell you one thing." I said, thought that what important thing he is going to tell. He said, "Don't get old." As if it is under my control. Don't get old. So it is. So birth is suffering, aging is suffering, death is suffering, and then rebirth is there once you die. Not that it is all gone, Again birth. The cycle of therefore suffering continues and continues. Those who do not have enough money, they suffer. Those who are rolling in money, do they not suffer? They also suffer. It is uh, all like that. Suffering is the central idea. Some suffer. Swami Vivekananda made this statement. Some suffer because they are not getting married, and some suffer because they have gotten married. What you can say, it is funny, but the suffering is everywhere. And Buddha, as that beautiful song that was sung, is Buddha is described as the guide that takes us. He is like a big lamp which guides us through this terrible suffering to the ultimate destination where the suffering will be gone. And that becomes the second noble truth, that there is the cause of the suffering. The second noble truth is that there is a cause for this suffering, and so there is a cessation of suffering. Because when the cause is removed, the effect also goes away. So, there is suffering, there is cause of suffering, and the third noble truth is thus there is the cessation of suffering. How? That is the eightfold noble path. That is the practicality of it. That how to go beyond suffering. Is there a possibility for us? Yes, there is a possibility. And one has to go on that track, though. The possibility is there doesn't mean that it will automatically come to you. You have to put in efforts in that direction. And that eightfold noble path is sometimes or very often characterized as the middle path. This word middle path gets misunderstood by many. Middle path means where we have compromise. Let us compromise and then find out a middle way. Not this, not that, like in the business negotiations they do. Even in the simple business in India, I used to hear it many times that if you are hiring a conveyance, say a taxi, then in my times early, it used to be a horse carriage. So if I hire a horse carriage from one place to another place, about a mile or two away, and then uh, they, how much will you charge to go there? And then the uh, horse carriage owner would tell that, oh, this will be so many rupees. And then the one who wants to go would say, oh, you misunderstood. I am not asking the price of your horse carriage. So the things begin like that. And then ultimately they meet in the middle. So it is, this person then tells one fare to go there, and then the carriage owner says, oh, well, even my horse is laughing at this. So it is gradually then they leave their extremes and then strike a middle path, because this fellow wants to go and that fellow also wants to earn some money. So, like that, the middle path. Many think that this middle path preached by Buddha is something like that. So, we will have compromise. Some think that, oh, do not get too much involved in the worldly enjoyments, a little bit of it that is okay, some things, and then have some religious practice also. Let us compromise, and that is the middle path. No, that is not right. I read a nice joke. It was, the English joke denigrating or putting down the French. They have that habit. The English put down the French, French put down the English. So it said that, well, in America and many countries, people drive by the left side. In England and India, they drive by the left side. In America and other countries, they drive by the right side. But French avoid any such extreme situation. They drive in the middle of the road. So it is, but the point here in the middle path is not that. It is think that what is the cause of this, how you should conduct your life, that the abstinence from the requirements of body, torturing the body, and that kind of asceticism is to be avoided. The goal is not to torture the body. Important. And for Buddha's times, and even now we see that in many people, that they think the practice of religion. When Buddha was there, even the Mahavir Jain was preaching his doctrine, which was again construed as if to deny the basic needs for the physical livelihood, thus emaciating the body and so forth. So, emaciating the body, making it weak, that is not to be taken as spiritual practice. So now also we see many fasting, fasting continuously as 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, and some have fasted for 30, 40, 50 days as well. So, what did you get by that? Think about it. You don't get any spiritual benefit out of it, because body is a vehicle, and so it should be kept properly nourished. That is to be avoided. And the idea that let me therefore give lot of enjoyments to the body, let me have lot of sensual enjoyments, and thereby I will get to the ultimate goal, that is to be discarded. You will have to have this body properly trained, the mind too be properly trained, and that is the middle path. Philosophically speaking, the same thing when translated in terms of philosophy, it is that accepting things like I and the world as real. And the other extreme, nothing is real. Nihilism, or it is nothing is real, or then everything is real. Both of them are wrong. The truth is in between. Means things are not real as you see them, and that doesn't mean nothing is real. there is that something that is real, and here one has to step beyond rationality, because there is no clear answer of what is then real rationally. You have to mold your life to get to that level where one will experience it. It is never provable through rationality, but one experiences it, and there is no proof that is greater than the direct, irrefutable experience. When you experience something, then that becomes the ultimate proof. There is no further proof required for that. And even if somebody starts giving proof against it, it will be just laughed at. Because experience is such a thing that Shankaracharya gives an example, and in Buddha's teachings also you find similar different examples, that when you experience something, like if you have put your finger, say, sometimes while cooking, you touch a hot pan, and then your skin gets burnt there. So, after this experience, if somebody tries to convince me that the fire is very cool, and gives lot of logic in support of that, I am not likely to accept it as true. So, that is the special stature of experience in epistemology. In epistemology, you see by what a particular this evidence you will accept the truth, that there is some rational justification, there is something you heard from some very well informed source, something you did like removing all other possibilities, and that is how you come to the truth. And in Vedanta, they accept 6 different types of these evidences. The topmost is the experience. You experience something directly and not through the mediacy of senses, then that is the highest authority. This middle path, as such, you cannot tell that truth, but you can experience it. Why can you not tell it? Many would say, oh, just tell me. No, because our brain functions in like yes or no. Our logic is called in mathematics a two-valued logic, that either something is true or false. There is nothing in the middle that we can see through our rational thinking. Either true or false. They can do some superfine work on it, but still this middle is not seen. It is, therefore, there is an assumption in mathematics which is called the law of excluded middle. The middle is excluded in the rationality, not seen, cannot be defined, and therefore one has to go through this practice where you transcend the reason. As I mentioned in the beginning, the path of Buddha is tremendously rational. In fact, no other teacher has given the teachings which are so rational. But yet, there are basically certain things that elude the grasp of these two extremes, and therefore cannot be rationally presented Middle path basically means that cannot be described. A parallel thing can be shown in Bhagavad Gita, the 13th chapter, where there is the description of the what can be known, the field of the known and the field of the what is the knower, known and the knower, kshetra and kshetrajna. So known has been described, that whatever you perceive through mind, senses, this, that, all that, everything that gets known, therefore it is easy to explain. And then the question comes, tell us about the knower. Not at all easy to tell about the knower. What then Lord does? Gives a list of various virtues to be practiced. A good long list that you have to practice. Amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, and a big list that starting from removing this sense of, claiming respect for oneself, honor for oneself, and then showiness, I am so and so, I am so big. So it is that, and then many such virtues need to be practiced. And then concludes it by saying that when you practice this, this is called the knowledge of the knower. Etajnanam iti proktam ajnanam yadatonyatha. That is called then knowledge, and whatever is other thing is to be therefore considered as ignorance. So this is the matter where you elevate yourself to that position of experience. And thus, this experience, it is also called the Eightfold Noble Path and the Middle Path. So, first is right view. It is to be practiced because we do not take the right view always. Right means not the right-handed, no, I am a rightist, I am a leftist, not like that. It is that right view means correct view. It is very rarely that a person is seen to see the world and take it as it is seen. A right view can easily tell us that all that we run after in this world is ephemeral. It is not real. It comes and goes. This is a matter of experience, and therefore quite rational. That see that everything comes and goes, it keeps on changing and shifting, it is impermanent. So this is the right way of seeing everything. This, our view, we have to change. We think that it is real. No, it is real temporarily. That's all. It is. And what happens when we take it to be real forever? Then we get caught in it. We get attached to it. When we see that it is impermanent, then you never ever get attached to it. I give that example, your seat in the plane. If you are traveling in an airplane and you have been assigned a seat, 24C. So that was the seat when I had gone to Carolina, it was assigned to me. So now this is my seat. Yes, it is your seat. How long? How far? It is my seat only for 2 hours. So therefore I never get attached to it. Nobody ever gets attached to it. In fact, they are very eager to leave the seat even before they announce that, okay, now you can remove your seat belts and so forth. They people already they have removed it. They are taking up their bags and all, ready to leave. No attachment to the seat. Why? Simple reason. Correctly, things have been viewed that it is impermanent. What about all our connections in the world? My spouse, my parents, my children, my friends, my job, my opinions, all that is actually impermanent if you see it in the correct way, but it is taken to be permanent, and therefore one gets caught in it. So, that is why the simple thing not to get caught in it means see it as it is. Am I okay, right, Punita? Yeah. So, see it as it is. This is the temporary connections. They are not permanent. Don't get attached to it. Just as you go to a shop and then talk to somebody whom you meet there, and then you forget. It is like that these connections are. So let us try to see it things as they are correctly. Instead of thinking that these are permanent, they are not permanent. Then second thing here is right resolve. One has to have that this is the first is called Sammaditthi, and this is called Samma Sankalpa. In Pali language or Sanskrit language, it becomes Samyak. And Samyak Sankalpa. Sankalpa means resolve. Take up a resolve that is corresponding to this proper understanding, right view. So so let my resolve is to experience this truth. My resolve is to go beyond ignorance and thus becoming Buddha. Buddha explained it several times, and I still remember. I tell it also many times that once I had invited one Buddhist monk to give a talk on Buddha's birthday. I asked him, what topic will you be talking on? He said, I will talk on Buddha's birthday. No, you are talking uh, on Buddha's birthday, that is the day. But what is your topic? I told you the topic, I will be talking on Buddha's birthday. I said, wow. Then he said about the teachings of Buddha's, a few teachings like this, and said that when you practice these teachings, a Buddha is born. And that is the birthday of Buddha, isn't it? Buddha gets born. Buddha is not a person. It is just as somebody, a PhD is not name of a person, isn't it, Sukalyan? When you work, do some research, and then you get a degree, then you say, I am a PhD, or people will say Sukalyan is PhD. Yeah, that is not the name of Sukalyan when he was born. It is. So, thus Buddha's name was different, Siddhartha. And so he says, look, I did such and such things. I gave up that which was not worth holding on to, and I held on to that which was worth holding on to, and therefore I am called Buddha. Anybody who does like that will be Buddha. So, thus, this is the way, practical way that we can become Buddha ourselves. So, this is that teaching. Then there is the third thing. The resolve should be that I will achieve this in life. Let me work on that. The third, right speech, controlling the speech. So, it is what we speak is very important. The channel that it is, our thoughts get channeled in a particular way and come out of our mouths. And the speech also includes what is called body language. So it is all part of this speech. So it should be proper to convey the thoughts. It should not be used to hurt anybody. So it should not be used to malign anybody. It should be truthful and it should be gentle. So that is how the right speech, no lying, no abusive speech, no divisive speech, no idle chatter. So this is the right speech. Then right conduct or action. So it is the conduct that is very important. That is why many psychologists, there is a grain of truth in that they consider that after all behavior is important, so let us pay attention to the behavior and make the behavior right. That solves then most of the problems, socially speaking, that because we are concerned about this, that whether the person is behaving right or not, is it conducive to socially living together and so forth. It is so if that person is throwing stones or is kicking something now and then that is not a socially right behavior. So, after all, who sees what is mind and so forth? So, some psychologists have completely discarded this idea of mind because we cannot see it, we cannot scientifically measure it, and therefore let us only look at the behavior. And they call themselves, and that's the right word, behaviorologists. So, because behavior is important, and of course, the flaw in this argument is what prompts the behavior. So, it is that you may say that person should behave right, but it may not be possible because there is something else that is propelling the behavior. So, this is in this middle path or Eightfold Noble Path teachings, it is thought that yes, see that according to the earlier these three steps, you mold your behavior in that manner. It gets molded if we do the proper efforts. It is in all disciplines, religious disciplines, it is therefore taught that you should move your fingers, your actions, all that in a particular manner. In religious dances, as we have in India, like this Odissi or Bharatnatyam and Kuchipudi, you see that they facial expressions, the finger or the hand and feet movements, they have a particular right pattern by which to go, and they express the inner feelings, inner nobility and so forth devotion gets expressed. So, what is important in this is that have your conduct in this way, that it befits and therefore strengthens your understanding. Your right understanding will get strengthened by that. Then we go further deep, that right livelihood. We all have to earn livelihood. Even the monks, they have to earn livelihood. How do they earn livelihood? So, it is important that the ways in which the livelihood is earned, they are honest. They should not be of this, devious types, cheating others, and so forth. So that livelihood will not let you practice this noble path. So, therefore, right livelihood is very important. So, it is easy, this is a simple moral teaching. Then, right effort. It is now after this, these are the preliminary things. Now come the ideas of control, meditation, yoga, or whatever you may call. It is that uh, six, right effort. So, various when unwholesome states and whatever that it is, uh, all these things should be controlled. The thoughts keep on arising. If we are living these earlier steps, or earlier understandings are there, then you will be able to see that they originate. And as they originate, you can control them. It is very similar. Like I am speaking, if my voice becomes too loud, that our sound fellow will control it, reduce it. There is this, that controlling system is there. In our behavior also there is a controlling system, whereby we will be going on the right path. If the various passions arise, control them. Do not let them get out. That this is how we control the senses, by seeing that it is arising and then stop it. So, every attraction in the world can be thus eliminated. Many things, people, this question comes very often, how to do that? It is observe. Just as when people observe that, suppose as I am giving talk here, if you see that a chair is put right on this podium, then it is not the right. When you see it, then you take it out, keep it in the right place. So similarly, our thoughts, which are not in the right spot, can be taken and placed in the right manner. This capability one gets by making an effort. So this is the right effort. You see, and accordingly you mold your behavior. Then it is 7 is, now comes the more spiritual aspect of it. It is called, and these days that word has become a very common, too much used coin, mindfulness. There is mindfulness institute, mindfulness training, and so forth. This is too glibly used. What is mindfulness is, here it is that it is uh, samapajnana. It is that see what is being done, be mindful of every moment. in and around. Even when your eyes are closed, see how the mind is making different movements. Be mindful about that. If you are doing some action, do it with that deliberation. Let it not be just uh, an instinctive, automatic thing. And do it deliberately, mindfully. That, okay, this is what has to be done. Like you hear the music, there is a music concert, but in the opening song you heard that each notes, not that just what makes it music, just shouting doesn't make it music. What makes it music? A deliberately modulated notes in proper sequence, they come out and then that becomes music. So even the actions should be like that. There should be a purpose. There should be a proper understanding that what it is going to lead me to, and thus done, that is mindfulness. And then here you get into the meditation practice. You can meditate only when you have this mindfulness. It is therefore called in Yoga Sutras as Pratyahara, and in some Buddhist techniques like Vipassana. Vipassana is very much like Pratyahara in the yogic technique. So it is to don't take it in. You see it, but don't try to internalize or integrate it. It is looking. Like, for example, there is food, you are eating, be mindful about it. Means you see that you are eating. It is you are speaking, and that is a preliminary. First, you are at the doorstep of the meditation then. So it is, and then the last of it is samadhi. And then you will have the concentration. And with that concentration, you can now see the truth. The power comes with concentration. So it is, thus you have various stages of deeper and deeper awareness. So that is the right type of concentration, samadhi. It is, samadhi is loosely translated as concentration. It requires, purification. It means, not just concentration, but if the concentration is right, it needs purification, means removing all the digressions. So those digressions, when they are abstracted, then this becomes possible, that concentration. So this is the last step. And then you experience this truth. This is the short, condensed description of middle path. Thank you very much, friends. If you have any questions, we can discuss them in a few minutes if you have. Oh, Sukalyan has a question.
Maharaj, what is the criticality of shunyam, which is translated as nothingness or emptiness?
Yeah.
When they say everything is empty, how can that be a final goal?
Very good question. The problem in this is because of the understanding of this word shunya. It gets translated as total emptiness. It is not so. The word shunya, as used in Madhyamika Karikas or such Mahayana Buddhism teachings, Shunyata, zero, means it doesn't mean total emptiness, removing of all forms. Because the forms they come and go, and therefore they are not real. When they are abstracted, what remains, that is the shunya. And therefore many teachers of Vedanta conclude that the shunya of a Buddhist is same as Purna or total understanding of Vedantists. It is exactly one and the same. Many times our understanding of this or the present understanding of these words create a lot of difficulties. Shunya in that context doesn't mean emptiness as if there is nothing. No. Thank you. This Donna Joan has a question.
Yes, Pranams Maharaj.
Pranam.
I was wondering about the word middle path.
Hmm?
I was wondering about the word middle path.
Yes.
Did Buddha use that word,
Yes.
middle
In-
path?
Yes, he used that word in Sanskrit and Pali both. That is, of course, he must have spoken in Pali that it is Madhyam Pantha. Madhyam Pantha. This is the word used by Buddha. Yeah.
What did he mean by that?
By that, as I told, that it is not taking the world to be real or not taking everything to be unreal.
Then it really does not reflect what we mean by that word today.
Oh, it may not reflect because the language keeps on changing. That is why I told the middle path should not be used as the word, as if it is compromise. It is not a compromise. It is, but that it is beyond rationality. That is one way of putting it. Like you are mathematician, you know, a law of excluded middle. So it is beyond the yes and no. Any question up there? So let us conclude with the closing prayer, but let me tell you before the programs and the during the week coming up, nothing very special. It is the same Tuesday, Friday classes, same early morning as well as evening meditations as you see on the flyer. So, and the topic for coming Sunday is by Teresa Guerra. She will be speaking next Sunday, and her topic is the Picture Festival, Kumbh Mela in India. She had gone to witness the Kumbh Mela, and she will be giving her travelogue about it. Very interesting. So you are welcome next Sunday, especially all of you must come to listen to that talk of Teresa. I will also be here listening to that talk. So please do come. And yes, the prayers, they will be coming. Yeah. So please let us recite this prayer together. Then there will be Arati and the music concert in the basement after that. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus. Lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So there will be arati in this prayer hall. You can come inside the prayer hall, but for that you have to remove your footwear. Please put it right under your chair. Or you can sit here itself and listen it from here. Auspicious and blessed, graciousness of love, oh Lord, you gave to us.